Okay, so there are just a few more things we want to cover here. We're going to get into shadow bones, and yeah, let's look at shadow bones first. So if we just go in here, no, that's not what I want. I'm just going to go get our default rig here for 1 second, and get the body man. And so if you want to watch your character in shaded mode, that's another our texture mode. That's another kind of important question for rigging. The way I typically work is just inside X-ray mode. So you turn on your display options, X-ray mode. But the other thing that you often need to do is to be able to see, what you're grabbing in. Here, let's turn that into, or just switch into animation mode. Here, display options. Okay. I'll just get to the top so we can see. Oh, I haven't added deformation yet. Hold on. let's just stick him on that rig again. Okay, so as our character's moving around, we want to be able to go and see different things. So you can see on the default rigs, there's a box for the arm. It's actually effector, so you can use all the IKFK blending. Well, by default, what you're drawing is an effector. So if you go in here, you'll see what it's doing. If you just have the default things here, if this is just set to null and none, then you've got an effector there, but that's not really the best thing for animators to go in and see in the scene. So what you can do is you can just go change that. You can say, I want this to be rings, I want this to be arrow rings, I want this to be, whatever. And the advantage of using this instead of the vector, instead of some kind of object that you can string to, is you avoid all these interdependency problems that come up with IKFK blend systems. So you just keep it clean, and you can use the icons that are provided right in here, and then you can set the size independent of the transform too. So if you use the main effector, if I set this to box, I don't have any control over how big it is. So if I just say none and put box, then I can come in and say, okay, well, I want this honkin' box here. It's a certain size. Or you can come in and do the same thing on the bones. Now on the bones, it makes more sense that if you're not working in this X-ray mode, you want to come in here and just grab that, just be able to go. I'm going to set this to. I'm going to keep my standard. I'm going to put like a cylinder around here. I'll make the cylinder smaller and make it to yeah, sure, 1.5 is fine. Or I can just, here, I'll just grab both of those and use virtual slider to get a good side, and we'll give an offset along the bone. And that way you can go, you don't need to be in, you can work outside of this X-ray mode. And then you've just got a little controller here. And that's a nice little thing for grabbing the bone. Here's our honkin' effector.